Hello, 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 welcome. I'm Krystal.
And I'm Eric.
My husband, Eric. We're with the Dog Psychology and Training Center, and we've been seeing a lot of posts about dog food recalls, pet food recalls. So we wanted to talk about that tonight. Our specialty is dog training. So I just want to start with that dog food is not our area of expertise. However, we have a lot of experience with dogs. And so we can shed some insight on dog food and how it affects kennel behavior and the quality of food and things like that. So,
and our personal experience with food that we can share with you.
Yes.
We cannot give you in-depth medical analysis or professional advice on your specific dog's diet, but we can tell you about some experience that we've had with our dogs.
Mm-hmm. Some really good experiences. I do want to start with my nasally voice. I am recovering from the flu, so my red nostrils here and clogged nose is going to make me sound a little funny, but it's probably just in my head. So
I made her some tea.
Did you?
We'll see if she's sipping it during the live.
I will sip it now. So dog food recalls, should you be concerned? Absolutely. I think one of the biggest things that I learned about dog food was 2 years ago when we listened to Rodney Habib at IACP conference. Is that 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And he mentioned that a lot of dog food companies are being bought out by like candy companies like Nestle and I can't think of other ones.
Don't ask me to cite anything.
But it is, to me, that just like really stood out because what does a chocolate bar company have to do with dog food? And so, a lot of recalls are coming up more so, I think, now than 5-10 years ago. And I do think we should be concerned about that. And I do think you should investigate that for yourself and learn who's making your food, who's making your dog's food, where is it coming from, and to get to know the quality of it. So when it comes to kibble, a lot of people always ask us, what should we feed? I don't have the answer for that. It's really, there's so many variables that go into that, the quality of food, your budget, if you want to do canned food, kibble, or raw diets. There's so many different things. Of course, we will tell you raw diet is the healthiest for dogs. It has so many benefits. It's natural for them. And kibble is just filled with sugar. So it does nothing but feed cancer, whereas raw food, you can control that amount of sugar in your dog's food with a little bit of fruits and vegetables, and the rest is just healthy stuff that they need. So,
and I'll just stop to say, with after our experience with feeding raw, we fed kibble to every dog we've ever had up until just a year and a half ago. After we started learning about this stuff, obviously we've experienced kibble, we've fed kibble, so no.
And we've experienced canine cancer.
Yeah.
We've lost several pets to that.
But oftentimes when we mention raw, people instantly freak out. Like, aren't they going to die from all the bacteria and all that nasty stuff that you and I wouldn't eat? But I think 50 years ago, 100 years ago, like, dogs weren't eating kibble.
So here's a little brief bio from what I remember from the seminar, the speech that Rodney Habib said. Don't quote me on it. I used to be an academic in high school. My academic wittiness is no longer as sharp as it once was, but here's what I remember. In 1970s, basically, is when the kibble companies came to be. That's when they started making dog kibble. Before that, dogs ate scraps. So when mom and dad were in the kitchen cooking, the dogs got whatever parts were left over that us humans don't like to eat. And so 1970s, the stats was a golden retriever that lived, the average life of a golden retriever was 17 years. Is that right? 18 years?
But I was never an academic, so don't take my word for it.
And you can find all this out on Rodney Habib's page. He's a great resource for raw food and canine nutrition and health. But I believe it was 17 years, give or take a year. And so fast forward to today, the average lifespan of a golden retriever, for those of you golden retrievers out there, you know this, it's like 9 years. Like cut in half almost. And so that really just opened my eyes and made me start thinking. Prior to this, we were not a fan of raw. because we have little babies at home, and we thought, oh my gosh, if we feed raw food, our mastiff's going to do that disgusting bacteria, salmonella, E. coli all over our house, and our kids will die. That was my fear. And so, when I heard this, I thought, well, maybe I should definitely look into this more because, gosh, I really want my dogs. They don't live long enough to begin with. I want my dogs to live every minute, second that we can get out of them. So, did a whole bunch of research after this. One of the biggest things that Rodney said makes a huge impact in your dog's cancer fighting capabilities is replacing, if you're not ready to go 100% raw meat, to replace a quarter of their kibble with dark leafy greens, spinach, kale.
Kale's my favorite.
And orange or yellow vegetables.
Who knows what this is? Has anybody seen my of these? Comment below, I bet you.
Zanaria. Is that how you say it in Spanish?
You know.
That's more like
that's Italian
accent. So dark leafy greens and orange and yellow greens, by replacing a quarter of your dog's kibble with those vegetables, you can reduce their cancer risk by something ridiculous, almost unbelievable. I think it was 70 to 90%. And so that my jaw just hit the floor because at that time, 2 of our dogs had cancer. So we went home. We still weren't 100% sure about feeding raw, but we did. We can feed carrots and
we have that stuff at home.
We can do that. And then the other thing that we learned about through that research was turmeric paste. So turmeric has been known to have Ayurvedic recipe, old Ayurvedic. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Recipe for inflammation, pain, arthritis, all of those things. And so adding a little bit of black pepper and coconut oil, boiling it up with a little bit of water, making a paste of turmeric. And so our Mastiff has had hip dysplasia since she was, we got her hips x-rayed at a year old, we knew. She was predisposed to hip dysplasia. So she's had it her whole life, basically. And she's been on pain meds since she was probably 4 or 5 years old. She's been on, what was she on? Rimadyl, which is very expensive, by the way. And so,
and hard on the liver.
And hard on the liver. So her latest tests, a year and a half ago, we went to this workshop, was that her liver wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. Her liver results from the test. So we wanted to try something different because without the pain meds, and even with the pain meds, Morgan wouldn't get up at night to go to the bathroom. She would just lay there. It was too much pain. Or if she would get up, her hips would give out and she'd fall and hit our hardwood floor really hard, which would just crush her heart. And so we had to figure out something. So we tried the turmeric paste and replacing a quarter of her kibble with the dark leafy greens and the orange and yellow green vegetables, orange and yellow greens, orange and yellow vegetables. And within 17 days, she had this skin cancer on her face that she's had for 2 years. It was just an open, pissing sore. It would bleed. It was gross. It never really got bigger, but it just stayed on her cheek. And so we actually had surgery scheduled to remove it.
Yeah, we had it tested. It was
cancerous, malignant. It just wasn't a fast-growing malignancy. And so we started doing this, replacing a quarter of her kibble. And then we have a blog on our website with the accurate days, but it was 17, 18 days. Her skin cancer was completely gone, healed up, not even a scab. It was just skin. Unbelievable. And not only did her cancer go away, but our Mastiff, who was 8.5 at the time, because she's 10 now, which average lifespan for a Neapolitan Mastiff is 7 to 9 years. So we had already been prepping our kids. We read some books from the library about death because we knew what was coming because she's getting older and we just wanted to prepare them. So we're kind of preparing our hearts and our kids' hearts because we know we're running out of time. And so we replaced that kibble, the dark leafy greens, the turmeric paste, and she was jumping over our kids' toys. I was afraid she was going to bust a hip. She was playing with us. She was playing tug, which is something she's hardly ever done because it was just too much work for her body, too much pressure and conflict to tug on a toy. She was actually tugging with us gently because she's a big baby, but doing things that she hasn't done since she was a puppy. And so then we've completely taken out her Rimadyl. She doesn't get it at all anymore. And she is more active now than she was 3 years ago on her pain Rimadyl. So we are huge, huge firm believers. We saw it firsthand in how much benefit it has to take out a quarter of your dog's kibble. So why? Why taking out a quarter of the kibble? Why does it do this? So one of the big things that Rodney Habib is known for is his videos. And one of his videos, he took bags of the well-known named brands of dog food. So we have a crazy kitten that's chasing toys and that.
It's destroying him. If we get off this video, we're going to put our house back.
Yeah. She's worse than ever. What was I saying?
Sugar and cookie.
So Rodney makes his videos, and I'm one of those people that's like, yeah, people say that, but is it really true? And Rodney makes his videos in such a way that proves it to you. You see the validity of the videos. And so one of the videos he did that I remembered was he took well-known named brands, some are not the top quality, like Purina and Benefit, all the way up to Blue Buffalo. Is that what it is? Blue Buffalo?
Blue Diamond,
Blue Wilderness, not Diamond.
Blue something, you know what we're talking about. Royal Canin, Science Diet.
Yeah, all those well-known brands. And so what he did was he looked at the back of the bag and the guaranteed analysis, and he added up all of those percentages, and it didn't equal 100. And so he found out the FDA does not require the pet food companies to label the amount of sugar that they put into their bags. And so when you add up the bag and it doesn't equal 100, that remaining percentage is sugar. That's the amount of sugar in your dog's food. And we know that cancer is fed by sugar. Sugar grows cancer at an exponential rate. And so that to me...
Not only is sugar bad for us to eat, and we know we shouldn't be eating sugar, dogs don't really need any sugar. So
right, it's not natural for them.
It's worse for them. We're going to naturally eat a decent amount of sugar just in the foods that we eat. But dogs, not nearly, a small fraction of what we would normally eat. So as harmful as it is for us to eat excess sugar, I argue it's even worse, more unnatural for dogs to eat.
Absolutely. So dogs are omnivores, but they are omnivores with a strong meat portion of their diet. So they do scavenge and they do eat a little vegetables and a little bit of fruit here and there, but only the sugar that's in fruit is still not nearly as bad as the artificial processed sugar that's put into their food. And so when he added those numbers up, he took it to the next level. He's about, all right, so it's got 40% of sugar, 60% of sugar. He filled up gallons of Ziploc bags and put them in front of the brands of food that represented and said, this is how much sugar you're feeding your dog per bag of food. And it was just mind-blowing. So I do think you should be cautious of the food recalls. I think you should be mindful of them. You should do your due diligence. Due diligence. Don't become vigilantes for your dogs. But due diligence in your dog's food. One thing that we've used and we recommend to our clients is called Dog Food Advisor. And I can put that link in the comments here. Dog Food Advisor, it's a great website that tells you how much your the rating out of 5 stars. So how many stars your dog food gets as far as quality. Bang per buck, it'll tell you if it's a good price to pay. It'll tell you how many recalls have been on that brand or that company. So that's just a really great resource if you want to see where your dog's kibble is ranking. And that's a great starting point. But regardless of what you're feeding, replacing it with the dark leafy greens, carrots, and there's zucchini, squash, orange or yellow greens. Orange or yellow.
These things.
Orange or yellow vegetables.
Orange, green.
Dark leafy greens. And then making a turmeric paste, which you can find online. You can also post a link. Coconut oil, black pepper, turmeric. And it looks like this when it's done.
It turns into a hard paste. And then
so, I'll just open it.
it's going to look like
kind of just looks like dog food.
Yeah, we break it up
Kibble.
and it's powder and little chunks.
Mm-hmm. Morgan, our master, prefers it to be like a powder. She doesn't like it chunky. And so she's going to be but with the turmeric and CBD oil, that was the other thing that was recently offered to us to try. And I was skeptical, and we started giving Morgan some CBD oil every day before her meals. And she has had fantastic results. I mean, with the turmeric and the CBD oil, she is more active than she was in the limiter. Her liver is healthy, or is not being destroyed by a high-level narcotic of pain medicine. And she's happy.
Too.
She's happy. Like, she's playing with our kids, and she hasn't done that in years because she was just
I can't remember the last time she played bed before this.
Yeah, I mean, she's playing touch, she's playing fetch. Like, normally, if you throw like something more than 3 feet from your leg, Morgan won't go get it. If you throw it like 10 feet, she'll actually go get it. If you throw it 12, she still won't get it.
This isn't like chuck it out in the field.
Right. She's not a Labrador. But she is
she's
engaged.
Enjoying.
And she's playing with other dogs, and she's got a second weight to her. It's kind of like, you know, cats have 9 lives, and Morgan's got 2 lives, so she has just begun her second life, and she is loving every minute. We're loving every minute. So, you know, not that she's going to live forever. We're not saying she's like now the bionic dog, but she's living long. She's 10. The average lifespan 7 to 9 years. She's living wonderful, and she's strong and she's healthy. So. That's our 2 cents on dog food recalls and what you need to know about your pet's diet. We do have, I think, a link I'm going to post from Rodney Habib's page, and that talks about adding the ratios of dark leafy greens, the orange and yellow vegetables, and maybe the turmeric paste to your dog's food. And so you guys can do your own research. Don't take our words for it. Do your own research and find out what's really going on in the pet food industry so that you can make the choices that's best for your family and your dog.
And and I would say, as Krystal mentioned, I'm always mindful of who's making what, because even some of the brands that may have started out as good food, and I look at this for anything, and primarily human stuff. You know, like there's some brands that started off, you know, with the mindset of really wanting to have natural, good, organic food, and then they're bought by a huge conglomerate, and then, you know, as we all know, like the values of that company are a whole lot different.
So one thing that comes to mind for human food was Kashi. It was a really good, healthy brand that came out to represent clean, organic, GMO-free food, and then it got bought out by Kellogg's, and Kellogg's doesn't give a crap about GMOs or organic foods. And so, like Eric was saying, know who makes your dog food company. Like, do a little research. What organization owns it? Because just because it says Purina on the bag, or Beneful, or Blue Buffalo, does not mean that's the company that's like the top dog. There's always somebody over them.
That's a brand or a sub-brand owned by a bigger company that I think is important to know the values and what's important to that company. And if it's only dollar signs, we're probably not focused on the quality of the food. And I'd probably look for different food.
I hope you guys can hear Ghost going in the background. She's a monster.
She's throwing things at it.
She is. So, I'm Krystal. This is Eric.
I'm Eric.
We care about you. We care about your dogs. We just want to share our 2 cents on all these dog food recalls that have been out there, and let you know our story and what we found to be true, so that you guys can do some research and hopefully get in every ounce, every second of time you can with your dog, because we know how important it is and how much it matters to you if it does us.
And since we mentioned it, we'll also post a link to the CBD oil that Morgan's been on for the past 5-6
I know you
months.
grabbed it. This is the
dog
human one. This is what I take. But there is a dog one for big dogs, which is really important because some CBD oils will say, give your dog 5 milligrams. Okay, but what size of dog? Oh, it's the same for every dog. So you're telling me a 5-pound Chihuahua is going to take the same as my 100-pound Mastiff? That doesn't seem legit. So quality of brand is super important. So Primo Plant Remedies has a big dog formula that's more concentrated, And then they also have chews for little dogs that can be a smaller dosage for them too. So they care about your pets, and they actually have proper ratios to make sure it's as effective as possible. So.
Yep, we'll post links to that stuff. Let us know if you have any questions, or if you'd like any follow-up stuff.
Yeah, if you guys want to hear more about this, we can get more factual. This was just kind of a last-minute decision based on all of the needs that we're seeing on Facebook with all these pet food recalls. So if you guys want more details, I would love to get detailed. So let us know. See ya.
Stay strong, live long. That's to your dog.
That's a good one. You just make that up.